Hi everybody, welcome back to Nomad server with me, Sid, and we're on my own at the moment. It's all just me. I've just been out doing a little bit of exploring. I've got some more of this, and I'm kind of planning out shapes and stuff here at the moment. So yeah, storage room. As a few of you pointed out, Big was quite justified in his criticism of my storage. Yeah, anybody's justified in the criticism of my storage chests at the moment, if I'm totally honest with myself. Speaking of which, we need to divest ourselves of a whole load of that, and we're going to need some of you and some dark oak, and we are going to start off with a bunch of these. Yeah, so we're going to have a mixed storage system in here, and when I say mixed, what we're going to have is we're going to have a mixture of these guys. I am torn. I think here we'll go at this point 4 by 3 of these basic drawers, and that's going to be for the bulk storage items. Here we're going to have chests, and again we're going to go with dark oak because we can. Because it actually, that's spruce actually. Let me just, have I got a dark oak? That's dark oak. Should I go with, I like the spruce chests, to be honest. There we go. So we got the spruce chest, and they will go in here and there and there, and then we'll have a system up here to manage all of that. Now the other thing we're going to need is more jacaranda. I think I should have a fair amount of that somewhere, and obviously part of the reason for doing this is to get away from doing this, because it's a pain and I have got no idea what I've got where. I appear to have 2 whole jacaranda planks, which is embarrassing. It's not a problem, but it is embarrassing. But it is an opportunity for me to share one more thing with you. Let me just divest myself of a little bit of some of this stuff. Yeah. When I signed on today, as you recall, not so many. Oh, as I thought, there was something else I wanted to do. Well, I look for. Have I got any ink sacs? I signed on today, and you recall in not the last episode, but the episode before, I had a little homage to Buster the Boxer, John Lewis advert. Hang on, do I need to? There we go, Black Fridge. I didn't know whether I had to do it in 2 or not, but anyway, yeah, Buster the Boxer. I did the. Oh, where did I just get? Oh, damn it. And yeah, and I did the little Christmas trampoline. Christmas has arrived early. We appear to have had a visitor. I do know who it was, because obviously I went and made sure it wasn't a Trixie. Oh, hello, Celestial Crystal. All sorts of interesting stuff on this tree. This is from Jeremy, or Coggins. Elytra, spawn creeper egg, diamond horse armor. This thing I am not picking up. I know what that does, so you're not catching me there. We've got a pirate hat, but yeah, I'm not going to open them today though, because it's a bit far off Christmas. No, I will play with that later. More important that is that I do not get distracted, and we get this stuff done that we need to get done, such as we need more of this, which means we're going to need to harvest these, and once we've got those, we'll pop that down and we'll do some of that, and yeah, and maybe a quick sleep. The one benefit to being on the server on your own is, when it's night time at least, you just go, I need to sleep. Okay, sleep, bang, done. It's very much like being in a single player world. Bonk, bonk. That's our queue. The cicadas, although they're much nicer cicadas than the Twilight Forest cicadas. Or cicada. Who knows? Who cares? Does it really matter that much? Probably not. Anyway, what we need is more of this stuff, because this is the floor of choice that is going into our build, and consequently we shall chop it down. I'll get the old sawmill going. We'll get it sawn. I thought I heard something then. You know that moment where you're absolutely certain you heard something out of place? Yeah, one of them. So yeah, let me get this done. Get the wood together. We are getting this storage system done. Well, storage system for a given value of the word system. Storage. It's going to be a storage room. And as I say, with a mix of storage technologies going on there. I don't think there's any. I've done huge better than drawers, storage drawers systems before, and they're okay, but they never quite meet expectations, shall we say. So yeah, anyway, I've got some sawing to do. I also really need to just go and empty my inventory a bit before I do that. So, but thanks, Jeremy. We'll have a play with those. I'll be interested. In fact, let me just sort myself out, empty my inventory of crap, and my food thing of more crap. Have a wood termite and that, and some peaches maybe, and a witchetty grub goes in there. Lovely. Yeah, I'll get myself sorted out. We'll get this thing done, and then we're going to have a quick play with this elytra before we continue onwards. But I'll get the Soaryn done first. Back in a moment. Alright, the temptation is too great. You want to throw these elytra out, but more importantly, I'm not sure what I do with some of these. Well, what do you use that? Any use for those? I don't know. I think you use those for resummoning the Ender Dragon or some such thing, do you not? So obviously, I've never actually. Hang on. Slow fall is not going to help, is it? Inventory. Right, let me just try and make some sense of what's going on here. Nope, take that out. Some of this just needs to be put away somewhere safe. However, if I get that, put you away. We've got a spare one of those. Let's just put you in there. We'll let the repair bauble do that one. We'll put the wing charm in. Yeah, so that should give us. Now, you know what? There's only one way to get altitude, isn't there? Okay. So, armed with that, what can we do? We can't use obviously the wing charm and the elytra. That is really not going to be no bueno. But armed with slime charm and elytra and slime sling, we should be able to achieve something reasonably special. Whee! Ow. Okay. Note to self, next time, deactivate that lava pool I see in there. Deactivate elytra before. Wow, handy. I will want quite a bit of that potentially in the not too distant future. But right now we need to go and get ourselves back up some altitude. And then which way is home? That way. So yeah, that's potentially Gonna be... How do you... Okay. So, need to practice. But, on the flip side, with our mending thing, and our other mending thing, our mending ring, potentially, yeah, well, that is going to be very, 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 very handy. So thank you very much. Anyway, right, enough of this frivolity. I need to get on with some storage. So let me continue working, and I will be back with you in a moment. Right, so first thing, underfloor lighting for the chests. Usual trick, that, chisels and bits, and we are sweet. And obviously then you will have this, well, let me get this right. That's dark oak, so we're going to want some of that. That's going to go in here, 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 and here, like that. And we should probably, let me just go and pop a stack of that away. And then get a U here, like so. And then this here is going to be all white clay. Similarly on this side. And obviously we're going to, this is a pattern that's going to repeat all the way around. This bit here is going to be all white clay. Just to play it safe, we're going to do this is all white as well. And I don't know, should we? No, I think we'll be alright actually. Let me just go back to stone there. Because what I was thinking is this. We can use the... Let me get the Jarakanda chisel. Oh, didn't quite want to do that. You can go in there. I think there should be a few... Oh, quick sleep. Yeah, there we go. Right. And what have we got in here? Chisel and bits light grey. I don't want light grey. I want the other one then, don't I? Hang on. What are you? You are... Ah, okay. This is not going well. What have I just chucked on the floor? There we go. Right. Let me go in here and go, what have you got? You should have dark oak planks, blah, blah, blah. Okay, not got that one either. The only issue you will have, or one of the major issues you will have with chisels and bits is simply this. So many damn chisels and bits. And now I've got to find out what the hell I did with my chisels and bits bags. Damn it. Yeah, back in a minute. Alright, so if this works, I did found the bag by the way. That's fine, it treats that as a hollow space above it. Now, question. If I were to fill this in, would it also treat this as a hollow space above it? Just so we've got a hollow chisels and bits block directly above the space where, in which case we probably wouldn't need that particular layer there, would we? But that's fine, we can live with that error. If okay, it won't do it if that's full. All right, okay. See, we are learning. Alt, give me a plane. Bang. Now if I go Alt and that. Now if I do something more like this. So there's a kind of a feel of structure without too much planning there. Now what happens if I whack that in? That's fine. And interestingly, yeah, I don't mind that at all, you know. I really do not mind that at all. So we go bonk, bonk, like that. That's all sorted, and then we can put our... We got that there, and we'll have another one in the middle there, and that will give us a reasonable structure to start off with. So I'm going to repeat this around the around this room. We need probably some more spruce wood, but that's not a problem. We've got a spruce chest there. Yeah, not a problem. We'll continue getting this in, and I'll be back here once I've got that done. Look at this festive full. Yeah, you want some? Huh? Shot himself. Cool. Yeah, just I spotted it. I was working away up there. Went to do some soaring because we're getting steady progress. Let me just sleep the. Is it not night time yet? Okay, not night time yet. So almost there. I need one more unit in, and this is going to be where I'm going to put my draw controller. I'm starting to whittle these chests down, so we're already down one, so that's pretty good. And we're going to need more spruce. That's my next challenge. But I thought I would just do a little mixture of things. Now the draw controller itself, I can't remember exactly what is involved. I don't want a compacting draw controller. So draw, diamond, and the comparators. Now, have I got, this is a big question, have I got any quartz? I mean, I can always pop to the nether and grab some. And I'm reliably informed, and hopefully not misinformed, that that the nether ores and stuff do not anger the zombie pigmen, which would be nice if it doesn't, because I hate that particular feature. That's the one thing with the nether ores. However, I can't remember if I have managed to pick any up anywhere along the line. It's not looking hopeful. If it was going to be anywhere, it will either be in a chest or that. Let me continue onwards. And I may need to head to the nether and just grab a little bit of stuff. So back in a mo. Alright, I popped to the nether. I was brave. Briefly. Need to just have a drink. Let me go get another bottle of water. Yeah, I didn't record because the nether in this is so dark. I mean, the nether's not a fun place to record when you're as a YouTuber anyway, but the simple reality of the nether in this, right, you're going to cook. Yeah, that could just, we'll keep hold of that for whatever reason. Now the question is, can I smelt that? Seared fur? Oh, interesting. That's not what I was. Oh, there's an emerald anyway. Freebies. Let's go and just check. There's a spidey. I mean, it's possibly green exploding things. I said, excuse me if I appear overly cautious. They can't smell, so they are going to have to go into a normal furnace, which is fine. That's not a problem. I wasn't sure whether the nether ores would smelt or not in the smeltery, so, you know, no loss. It's 10 gold for while I was there, I thought, sorry, I might as well grab it. It'd be kind of silly not to, wouldn't it? And then we've got this stuff going on, so we'll pop, and pop. We'll grab you for the lack of a fortune pick, and we only need a bit of quartz anyway, so we'll just get those done very quickly like that. And what do I need? I need a comparator, don't I? For a, I don't want a bit draw. I just want a draw. Yeah. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, well, obviously with spares. We're going to need some redstone. That's probably in the rucksack. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get some of that going. We're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a couple of those, and that will give us that lot. Not the compacting, this drawer. We need a diamond, we need a drawer. Damn it. Have I got any of these chests getting close to empty? No, of course I haven't. Why would I have? We're going to use, where am I? Somewhere abouts I should have a whole load of crap old wood. Let me put you away temporarily. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lovely. And we shall, we'll make a chest, and for the sake of arguments we're going to use one of those. It doesn't really matter. We're going to grab a diamond out of our diminishing supply, dwindling supply even. We need to go and do some mining at some point. And we need 3 more stone, I believe. And then, so it's going to be diamond, comparators, chest, and gives us that just gives us this control interface for that thing going on there. Now, one of these, that is thing. What I'm thinking here is we need more spruce. We need to get our chisels and bits on. So let me get some work done there in that department, and I will be right back with you. Alright, chisels and bitsing the ceiling at the moment, but I need a lot of bits, so I'm just chopping these right down. I've got a bag. The only thing that I've got in it is hardened white clay, and it's full. Because what we're doing is we're doing these here, so this is going to be like that, and then running round, just getting the structure in here. Then we're going to do a little bit of erasing, and we are going to go and we're going to look at this from this angle and go pop, and we're going to come up here and go pop, and then pop, and pop, and pop. Chisels and bits, easy when you know how. Now the other thing I would like to do is how am I going to do this? 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that should do the trick. Like that, maybe. That works. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Let me just clear that. We'll get you and get rid of that for now. And right, so in terms of structure, oh, by the way, that needs to go. In terms of structure, this is complete. What we now need to do is start transferring everything over into here. I don't think, in fact, I'm pretty certain I don't think I have an ender pearl, do I? I don't. Let me put that away while we're at it. If I do, I don't know where it's hiding, but that's fine. So more spruce, quite a lot of it to be by the looks of things. Find my spruce saplings, do a bit of spruce sapling growing, and have I got spruce saplings? That's a good question. The answer is possibly not. Time, almost bedtime. Not yet though. Right, I believe if we head probably over this way, we find that this is tiger at a guess. Tiger, tiaga. That is definitely, and I think that is over there. So we're not a million miles from any of these things anyway. We've got the relevant stuff on, so once we get to the following day, we'll go and grab some spruce. I'll be back with you in a moment. Okay, last bits before we start transferring everything and organising everything in here is the item frames, which I'm just putting on. Now, how am I going to do these? Well, we'll do one there. So I need 5 more actually. I haven't made these because we have a set of spruce ones up there, but This is just going to be kind of a rough indicator of what is necessary. So I need 4 more of those. Okay, that's fine. Sticks we don't have a shortage of because, well, he says sticks we don't have a shortage of, and then promptly grabs a pile of sticks which are the wrong size. Yeah, that's just how it goes, isn't it? Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 1 more to go in there, but that's fine. So I've got bulk storage. I've put all my stone and stuff in there. I'm just thinking what we're going to have that is bulk, so to speak. Now, one thing we do get is a whole load of that, but it really has no use to me. That I think we can make dynamite using sawdust blasting oil, which I've got which you get for all sorts of stuff. Personally, I'm inclined to. I don't think you can do anything with it other than that, can you? Crafting. Oh, hang on. Yeah, that's not going to help. That's telling me how to craft those. And the stoked cauldron. So crafting, there really is just nothing we can do with it. I think it's taking up space in our inventory system. Needs to go. So let's be harsh with it and get rid. Because let me look at it. We got it's everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Best thing to do with it, something like that, in the bin with it. Well, we haven't got a bin, but in the absence of a bin, this pond here will bonk, 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 bonk. Bye bye, nasty, nasty sawdust. Again, why keep it? Right, so I need to now start thinking about how I'm going to sort these chests out. Let me have a little play, and I'll be back in a little while. Alright, we'll come back to the storage area in a minute. I'm just finishing off. I got fed up of this hole, so we are finishing at least the clay work, the chisels and bit work, if you like, today. I am no longer am I going to live in a hole in the ground which has got exposed dirt and the likes. Yeah, you know, we have standards, believe it or not. So I'm just building up this bit of cove moulding. I think this, yeah, it's all coving, isn't it? I remember back in the 80s, this was all the rage for people doing the DIY, and you had this. I don't know whether some of you will remember this, some of you won't, but there was this really nasty polystyrene cove moulding, and you buy it, and it was, you know, just a bit of curved polystyrene that went in the corner there, and not to put too fine a point on it, you'd stick it up and you had this special cove moulding glue, and you'd spend ages and ages getting this damn stuff stuck up right, and you know it was quite springy, so consequently, you know, it would pull away from the wall quite easily, and you know, you'd hear the last thing you heard before you'd hear someone screaming at the top of the voice at something was this kind of a as the cove moulding would pull away from the from the wall, just as you got it all stuck up and straight, and then just as you're behind you, you'd hear this like a ruler on a bench, as the bit you started off with that took you like half an hour to get right sprung away from the wall, and you'd hear this "you effing." Yeah, been there myself several times, and I'm sure I'm not alone. Fortunately, it doesn't really matter too much if I make the odd cock up here, because none of it's visible. Fortunately, in this instance, we are not dealing with polystyrene coving. We are dealing with chisel and bits, and that means that I can just go up here and go blonk, 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 and then we can grab you. Just sometimes, if you're not sure, I want to go that way around. So if I take you and were to rotate you through 90 degrees that way, there you go, perfect. So then we can, all of this stuff can be moved out. Now in here we've got our storage. I haven't used half of the drawers yet, but I've got my bark, logs, planks, wooden part blocks, wooden objects, saplings, seeds and growables, plants, nether stuff, hostile mob drops, passive mob drops, miscellaneous mod items, hence the roots thing, armor, equipment, transport, glass will go in there, potion in brewing, miscellaneous. I may need a bigger miscellaneous chest, but some of this will, we'll be using this in places. Stone blocks, dirty random sand and stuff, and clay, and then miscellaneous bits and pieces over here, and yeah, that is, for all intents and purposes, I better just put myself away. A lot easier to manage this stuff now, of course, because we've now got a rhyme and reason going on in our lives. We can also put all of that away, and that can go up there as well. And yeah, this is looking a lot better now. This Silk Touch pick I'm going to keep on my person. The shovel I'm going to replace with a vanilla shovel. And for now, that lot comes out. They can go in wooden items for the time being. Not that. In fact, that needs to go up there, and I'll probably make a chisels and bits bag to put my chisels and bits. It's perhaps practically zen, isn't it? Now the other thing I had thought about was embedded, because the usual thing, the same rule applies here. That is chiseled wood. Now if I come in here and throw that in, it maybe, let's just get a little bit of you going. Oh, hang on, so if I go one, that's chiseled woods. So if I come here, maybe there, wouldn't go amiss. So you get that kind of thing going on, and then here I think is the other one, isn't it? That's middle point. And they don't look out of place in the floor as well. They look kind of quite nice. This thing here can just come over here for now. This thing, oh hi, there's Joe. I haven't seen Joe on for ages. Evening. Yeah, so we'll take this, we'll pop you, and for the time being we shall place you here with again with this on. We'll come up with a proper place for all of these armors and stuff eventually. And then this thing here, this thing really doesn't belong there, that's for certain. And I've got plans to do some work in here, all the way around here. So yeah, I must say I am, yeah, maybe if we, I know it doesn't really belong there, but there are worse places to put it. It just pops it out of the way, doesn't it? And we can also go in here, grab a stack of that and pop that in there. Bonk. Perfect. So the hobo hole is less hobo-y. It does need some work. There's definitely things need doing. I mean, do I continue, for example, do I continue this around here, which is going to be entertaining. The other thing we need is an enchanting area. Now, I'm thinking that over here would be a good area, but I would like to, I think next episode, move up here and start exploring this space into how we integrate this into a bedroom area upstairs, and then we decide what we do over here. And yeah, we're getting there slowly. This is, by the way, fully lit, so we are spawn safe in here as well. But for those of you who were getting increasingly infuriated by my lack of storage, I give you storage. Et voila. Anyway, until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. And bye for now.